It's a phrase that's been used countless times in the past by the US president as he slammed his rivals for turning the rumour mill. Fake news has become a watchword recently to describe false information or propaganda. To raise awareness, this Monday is International Fact-Checking Day. And for more on this, I'm joined here on set by Derek Thomson from France 24's Observers programme. Derek, thank you very much for coming in. First of all, you're of course clearly involved in international efforts to fight fake news. What exactly are you doing?
Well, at the Observers, we work with amateur contributors, so part of our job is to verify the photos and videos that they send us, because they come from amateur sources. So we're involved with other fact-checking groups all around the world. Now, today has been declared International Fact-Checking Day. That's by an organization called the International Fact-Checking Network, who are based in the States. And they have put up a new site called factcheckingday.com. It's timed to be one day after April Fool's Day, because, as they say, in the era of fake news, is April Fool's Day funny anymore? So it's a good question to ask.
And just what is on that website?
Well, the aim is, above all, to raise awareness amongst the general public about the problem of fake news and the fact that we can all play a role in it. Because if we share news that is fake with our friends and family, then we are contributing to the problem. So when we write a traditional fact-checking article, we're only touching the traditional public who follow the mainstream media. And what we're trying to do now more and more is come up with different formats, like this one. This is a very highly produced, slick video that's been shot in a lot of different countries by the different fact-checking groups involved. And it's web style, if you want. It's the kind of thing people will click share on Facebook for. It's got the sentimental music, it's got sentimental ideas. They're just asking people here whether they believe in truth. Do they vote for I love the truth or I don't care about the truth? So it's not a real poll, it's more just to alert people to the fact that they can play a role in it. And as much as possible, we try to be didactic. We try to teach people to have the reflex to think before they share something online, to make them understand that they share responsibility for it, and as much as possible to teach them the tools that they can use to detect fake news.
And just what are those tools you're referring to there?
There are different things. We have a verification guide. We'll see that in a minute on our site. And some of our colleagues in Brazil, there's a group called Aos Fatos, and they've come up with a comic. And the idea is to have a sort of playful way to reach people. This guy is called Fred Fact. Now, Fred Fact, during the course of the comic, he gives us 7 concrete tips on things you can do to watch out for fake news. Now, one of the basic things is check the source. Check who published the information online. Is it a source that you know, that you trust, that you've heard of, or is it some person you've never heard of? Another tip that Fred has is to check the sources within the article. So if there's a piece of information, does it come from the police? Does it come from a press conference? If there's no sources given in the article, then there's a chance it could be fake. Another thing to look for is the author's name. An unsigned article can be a sign that it's produced by someone producing propaganda or by trolls. A signed article means that there's a journalist behind it who's taking responsibility for it.
Derek, is there anything more that people watching at home might be asking, what can I personally do to try and make sure that what I'm seeing is correct? What can you and I do at home to try and make sure that what we're watching is correct?
Yeah, when you talk about detecting fake images, it sounds quite complicated. We've all seen the forensic programs on television where they use special, very high-tech tools. In fact, there are 2 very simple tools that will allow you to find where something was first posted online. Now, here is just a reverse image search. It's produced by Google, so you have it in your browser. You can download it on your phone. And then here's another tool called Int'l, which has been developed here in Europe, and that allows you to do the same thing for videos. Because when we talk about fake images online, most often they aren't images that have actually been manipulated or photoshopped or faked in a technical way like that. They're images that have simply been taken out of context. Now, this is an example. You see this woman here who's holding a machete to the neck of a police officer. We see this photo again and again. People most recently said it was a woman in the Dominican Republic who's defending her son. In fact, it comes from a movie. It comes from a film. It's very simple, and you can find that out by using Google's reverse image search.
Derek, you apparently have just one last word you want to share on this.
I say it all the time, think before you share, but I will back that up. We have put a new verification guide on our website. It has more concrete tips on what you can do to detect fake images before you share them online.
Okay, Derek Thomson from our Observers programme, thank you very much.